Hi everyone. In this assignment, we'll understand pivot tables and pivot charts. So let's look at pivot tables first today. Okay. And as I said before, anything, every data has its own story. So let's understand the story of this data. Okay. So this is basically talking about sales that were made to different vendors. These are the products, column A, and column D is the different vendor set. After that, we have different prices, quantity, total sales, profit, etc., and the order date. All right, sounds good. Sounds simple, right? Now, if I want you to tell me what is the total number of quantity that was sold of laptops, then what will you do? Probably go to filter. You will filter this out. Probably you'll clear this and select laptop, and then after that you'll probably drag this, make a sum, convert sum away, sum is equal to 8. That's how you'll tell me. What if I tell you that give me the different quantities of headphones, laptops, laptop stands, and chargers sold? Will you go around and do these one by one every time? No, right? You want to be smart. You want to do it a bit smartly, right? So for this reason, for quicker representation of different kinds of data, you have pivot tables. All right. Let's quickly understand how do we get to pivot tables first. You basically go to insert and after that you select pivot table over here. Now this is the data range which consists of all the data. Either you can select the specific data range, for example, the sales exclamation mark refers to this subsheet, okay, sales, and after that, after this exclamation mark, this refers to the total data range from A1 all the way down till G93, right? I would, however, recommend instead see Google Sheets is smart enough to suggest you interesting things, but I would recommend you to select simply all the columns. Select A and drag B, C, D, E, F, G. Do not select any specific row. Now, what this will do is this will allow you to select all the future entries also that will be made. Otherwise, if you would select just from row 1 to 93, then every time you would have to update it, right? That's not a smart way of doing things. Alright, so I will go ahead and select sales A to G. And I'll click OK. After that, it'll ask me if I want this new table, the analysis pivot table, to be entered into the new sheet or some existing sheet. I'll just select new sheet. Okay, so this subsheet was created now, and this is our pivot table. Before we get directly into analysis, I just want to spend 1 minute to explain you this entire window. All right. So this is where your actual table values will be stored. All right. And on the right hand side, you have these four different options to enter rows, to enter columns, to enter values, or to filter out certain data. I'll quickly. Apart from that, on the right hand side, you have the different headers that have been automatically fetched from this particular sheet. All right. Now let's get into the data analysis part. So, first of all, let us take an example to understand this better. Okay, suppose we want, I made some notes. So, our first question is how many quantities were sold per product? Okay, remember just now we had to manually do it for laptops, but now we want a smarter way. How many quantities were sold per product? So, for this, every row should have a unique product, right? So, I'll just drag product and drop it into this rows area. So we quickly got a set of all the different products. After that, we want the sum of the different quantities sold. So that's basically a value, right? So I'll drag quantity and I'll drop it down to values. It by default picks sum because Google Sheets is smart. Right, so these were the different quantities sold coming to a total of 676. Now, what is this zero? Well, as I told you, we have selected all the different rows when we were picking the data range for this pivot table. So that means all these blank rows as well, which is represented right now on this blank area. Right? But don't worry, we can simply remove it by filtering it out. So I'll again pick product and drop it to this filters area. Okay. And after that, I will unselect blanks. Now you'll see it will go away. So this gives us the different products that were sold and their quantities. I think a better way is to sort it properly, right? So over here you can see order. I want to order it in the descending order and sorted not by product, right? Not sorting alphabetically, no, not by product, by with a sum of quantity. All right. So here we go. 83 phone cases sold, 8 drones sold, and this is a sorted list. Okay. Now let's understand something different. How many unique products each vendor sells? Okay. So now we want things at a vendor level. How many unique products does each vendor sell? So now I pick this vendor tag and I drop it onto this product. You see this becomes green, right? If I drop it now, it will replace the product. So I'll drop it and product was replaced by vendors. But now this is giving us the total number of quantities sold per vendor. That's not what we want. We want the unique number of products sold to each vendor. So now I'll pick this product and I'll drop it into values because that's a unique value that I want to know. Unfortunately, by default, it gives count of all, but what we want is count unique of the products. Right? So I click on count unique. Now you can see most of the products and most of the vendors only deal with one product, some of them deal with two. Only Gadget Mart deals with four. Just to double confirm, I'll sort this and I'll remove the totals. Right, so Gadget Mart deals with four products. Now, how will I know which are these four products? Well, there are a lot of complicated ways to do that, but the simplest way is simply double click over here. As soon as you double click, Google Sheets will create a temporary table. It's a snap view of this bigger table showing you exactly what you wanted to see when you double clicked. So we double clicked on the different products sold by Gadget Mart, right? So over here we saw all the different row entries, and these are the unique products that were sold: laptop, laptop stand, tablet, and speakers. So this gives you a quick view into all these things. You're realizing how fast these things are to do. Okay, let's try another question. What is the average profit that every vendor makes? Okay, the average profit. So for this again, we'll pick profit and we'll drop it to replace the values over here. So this is the sum of the profit. That's not what we need. We need the average profit. Okay, and we'll again sort it in descending order by average profit. I don't like this data. I'll just remove some decimal places. Yeah, it's looking much neater now. Maybe, yeah, this looks fine. Okay, so this is the average profit. Flytech seems to have a very huge average profit. Okay, fine. Let's look at the sum of the total profit as well, because that might be a good data point as well, right? So this time I did not drop it on top of it. It's a separate value that I want to enter, right? And this time we have selected sum. An interesting thing, all the average profit of Flytech is higher, but Mobile Plus provides a better sum of the total profits. So this is where, as a data analyst, you'll look at different things, different insights, and accordingly report your findings. Right? This is making things a lot more easier. Okay, I hope this entire thing was clear. There are lots of more different options to play. You can actually add rows and columns at the same time, but I do not want to get into all that right now. We'll keep on doing that in our projects. For now, I want you to pick any data set, maybe the data set that I'll give you as a practice, and I want you to solve the questions understanding these concepts. Watch this, rewatch this 5, 10, 15 times, it's up to you. But make sure these concepts are absolutely clear, or you can ask the mentor in the doubt class because this will be very, very crucial. Okay. In the next video, we will cover pivot charts, which is a child's play in front of this. All right. See you there.